evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2019-2020 AIS Theater Troupe production of Annie. Tonight, you will see the work of over 100 students, teachers, musicians, and theater artists from elementary school, middle school, and high school. This is our school-wide enrichment for students who are interested in developing their artistic talents. And it's a production that I couldn't be more proud of. I'm proud of the work of everyone here involved, students and teachers alike. You know, this is the first musical that we've had with a live orchestra present. So grateful for Mr. Gonzalez's willingness to take on this challenge. Because it is a monumental task, and it has been a wonderful ride. Everybody who is engaged in this production has worked very hard. You know, this production very much represents AIS itself. We have students as young as 10, all the way up to age 18. And if we include our teachers, all the way up to, I think, then he said 59? Mr. Cool. So, we have the youngest to the oldest here in our community. We are Americans. We are Egyptians. And we have a cast and a group of teachers that represents the entire global community that is present here at AIS. So this production clearly represents all of us. This production requires you to be the best audience that you can, of course. So I just want to remind you of a few audience expectations, something that we would expect of any audience here in the AIS Panther Auditorium. Please refrain from having food or drink inside the auditorium. Make sure also that you remain quiet and still throughout the performance. Ask your younger ones to do the same. We also ask that no one leave during the performance, unless you do have a crying baby. Yeah, that tends to distract other people. So if you have a baby that needs to eat, please, by all means, go feed them. We won't fault you for that. Also, please make sure that we are all supportive before, during, and after this performance. Yes, you are here to be entertained, but you're also here to support your students, your children. And we want to be supportive before, during, and after. To do that before, well, you got your tickets, so that's great. To do that during, just make sure to applaud. That's all you have to do. Applaud. Refrain from shouting out names. If you see your child or your friend on stage, applaud as soon as you see them. That's great. But please don't shout out names. We don't want to distract our actors. When you call out their name, they might not be thinking that that's who they really are. Remember, they're acting as someone else. So keep that in mind and not distract them. Okay? And how you can support them afterward, make sure that you keep your criticisms constructive and provide them in a way that's respectful and encouraging. Okay? Finally, don't distract performers with flash photography. We have videography here tonight. We have cameras here tonight taking pictures. Everybody will receive a link to this, and you'll also be able to get the photos. They'll appear in the yearbook as well. So sit back and enjoy the show. Make sure you're not doing anything that might distract performers. I think the best thing we can all do right now, and I'm going to do it, is to turn off our phones and make sure that we live in this moment together, because it will not come back again. You can't watch this play again the way you see it tonight. Even if you're planning to come on Sunday, it'll be different. And I do hope you all come on Sunday. So let's turn our phones off now. And if you would, please, follow the story on the screen to remind us all of what was happening at this point in history in the United States. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
New York is through its magnificent tower. From the deck of one of the great liners, the towers in the sun are an awe-inspiring sight. Miss Liberty holds high her welcoming torch, offering freedom and peace to the oppressed of other lands. The immigration gateway, Ellis Island, is nearby. In the little park at Manhattan's lower end, the Dutch founders once played their favorite game. Here begins the main street of the town, Broadway. Along Lower Broadway, famous visitors are welcomed by the paper snow of the cheering crowds. Up Broadway at Old Trinity Church begins Wall Street. The sub-treasury is at Wall and Nassau, on the site of the old Federal Building, where Washington took the oath of first president. The imposing stock exchange on Broad near Wall is the financial pulse of America, where ticker tape measures the fluctuating fortunes of the nation. Downtown, the streets are narrow, and great buildings blot out the sky. It's all work and no play here. Busy by day, but deserted by night. City Hall is a world-renowned architectural gem, one of the few surviving landmarks of little old New York, now surrounded by great structures of a later day. The Tombs, with its gloomy Bridge of Sighs, over which prisoners cross to the criminal courts for trial. Brooklyn Bridge is the oldest and the most famous of New York's many bridges. From it, the views of Manhattan are sublime. The Bowery, now lodging houses and cheap bazaars, famous in song and story, but a dingy street today. The Lower East Side, its squalor and tenements rapidly being replaced by wider streets and better housing. But the push market still survives. They say that there are bargains here if you know how to make your price. Nearby is Chinatown, exotic, mysterious, where thousands of Orientals live apart in their own peculiar way. Joss houses, shops, and restaurants in narrow twisting streets. A fascinating place, especially on ceremonial occasions. At the Centennial Arch in Washington Square begins Fifth Avenue, and a short distance away are the art studios of Greenwich Village. Although on the square live many aristocratic families, dignity means nothing to the children of congested sections nearby, and hot weather means a Roman holiday. Over on the Hudson are the great piers, where dock the giant liners from all over the world, arrivals and sailings every day. Where Broadway crosses Fifth Avenue stands the Flatiron Building, one of the first skyscrapers. The Church of the Transfiguration, lovingly known as the Little Church Around the Corner, famous for its romantic weddings, a shrine dear to the people of the stage. Pennsylvania Station, one of the city's colossal gateways. Through it pass travelers from every state and from every corner of the globe, a monument to the vision of a great railroad. On the site of the old Waldorf Astoria Hotel now stands the Empire State Building, the tallest structure in the world, 102 stories high. Its gigantic tower dominates the city and can be seen from nearly everywhere. The Chrysler Building at 42nd Street in Lexington is the next tallest of the city's many towers, its silver spire flashing in the sun. But New York is not only steel and stone, it is people too. Millions of beating hearts, lights and shadows, tears and laughter, work and play, night and day. And so it moves from the memories of yesterday into the promise of tomorrow. A strange cosmopolitan paradox. When day is done and night folds in its robes of velvet black, they are studded with millions of sparkling jewels that challenge even the brightest stars of the sky. A city that never sleeps. Its spinning tempo carries on into the dawn. New York, the Wonder City.
market. She ain't got nothing to you.
She's keeping me awake, ain't she?
No, you're keeping us awake.
You want to make something out of it?
How about I make a pancake out of you?
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. They're fighting and I won't get no sleep all night. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Fight.
Go back to sleep.
It's alright, Mom. Annie's here.
It was my mom and Annie. We was riding on the ferry boat and she was holding me up to see all the big ships. And then I couldn't find her no more.
Hello. It was only a dream. Now you gotta go back to sleep. It's after 3 a.m.
Annie, read me a note.
Again?
Please.
Sure, Molly. Here it comes again. Please take good care of our little darling. Her name is Anne.
She was born on October 28th. We'll be back to get her soon.
We have left half a silver locket around her neck and kept the other half
So that when we come back for her,
You know that she's our baby. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Now they're laughing.
Alright, you want to sleep with your teeth inside your mouth or out?
Gee, I dream about having a mother and father again. But you're lucky. You really got her.
I know. Somewhere.
I said turn around. There! Now what do you say? What do you say?
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Rotten orphan.
I'm not an orphan. My mother and father left a note saying they loved me and they were coming back for me.
That was in 1922. This is 1933. All right, get up. Now for this one's shenanigans, you'll all get down on your knobby little knees and clean this dump until it shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
But it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ha ha ha! Get to work!
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now, why any kid would want to be an orphan, I'll never know.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us.
Static treated,
We get tricked.
static kisses,
We get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Got no folks to speak of, so it's a hard knock growing up.
gotta blankets,
Stand up, wool.
empty bellies,
Stand up, wool. It's a hard knock life.
don't it feel like the wind is always howling?
Don't it seem like there's never any light?
What's today? Don't you wanna throw the towel in?
It's easier than putting up a fight.
No one's there when your dreams at night get creepy.
No one cares if you go straight. No one dies when your eyes go wet. From the crying you really expect to see. Oh, empty belly life, rotten smelly life, full of sorrow life, no tomorrow life. Santa Claus we never see.
Santa Claus, what's that?
No one cares for you, a stitch, when you're in an orphanage. It's a hard knock life. You'll stay up till this dump shines like the top of the Chrysler Building. Yank the whistles on your chin, jab her with a safety pin, make her drink a drinky pin. I love you, Miss Hannigan! Strip the pants! I said get to work! It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. No one cares for you, a stitch, when you're in an orphanage. It's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Miss Hannigan.
Well,
I love you, Miss Hannigan. I love you, Miss Hannigan.
you! What are you doing in there?
Nothing?
Get her out of there. Your days are numbered. All right. Breakfast.
Hot mush?
No, not hot mush.
Yay!
Cold mush. And after your mush, you'll go to your sewing machines. There's an order of dresses to finish if you have to work straight through to midnight.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now line up.
Laundry, laundromat. Morning, kids. Clean sheets once a month, whether you need them or not. Hey, Aggie, how's the prettiest gal south of 14th Street?
Bundles, get out of here with that laundry.
So long, gorgeous, and Merry Christmas.
Huh? You call this clean, Annie?
No more hard knock life for Annie. Lucky duck, she gone away, but we're gonna have to pay. Gonna get our faces slapped, gonna get our knuckles rapped. It's a hard knock life, it's a hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Apples, apples, to burn and gold. Excuse me, miss, but could you donate an apple to the orphan's picnic?
Yeah, sure. No one's buying them anyways.
Gee, thanks, miss.
Hey, kid. When's the orphan's picnic?
Soon as I take a bite.
Are these meetings pretty much around here?
No, sir.
Good. Then they all must be running wild with masterpiece.
Good day, officer.
Get him! Grab his tail! Dumb dog. Take that. What up, you mom?
Hey, leave him alone. What's he ever done to you?
Beat it, kid. What do you... Get him!
It's alright. I'm the less decent person when they're done. They're after you, ain't they? Well, they're after me too. But don't worry, I ain't gonna let them get you or me. Everything's gonna be fine. If not today, well, the sun will come out tomorrow. A bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow. There's a way that cobwebs and the sorrow. Till this time, when the day is gray and lonely, I just think of my dream and moon and sorrow. The sun will out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come on now, tomorrow, you're always Yes, officer? Astray? Oh, no, sir. He's my dog.
Your dog, huh? So what's his name?
His name? His name is Sandy. Right. That's it. Sandy. I call him Sandy because of his nice sandy color.
Well, then, call by his name.
Well, you see, officer, I just got it, and sometimes...
Oh!
Oh, I don't mind the weather.
Yeah?
Island.
Yeah?
Molly just did walk on it.
I eat, sleep, and breathe them. Some women are dripping with diamonds. Some women are dripping with pearls. Lucky me, look at what I'm dripping with, little girls. Someday I'll step on their freckles. Someday I'll straighten their pearls. Send anything that you can do to
Hey, you cheated! Yes, you did! Did two! Did two! Did two! Yes, you did!
Shut up! Yeah, come in.
Good afternoon. It's Annie, is it?
Yes.
Found your runaway.
Thank you, officer.
She was in one of the mover vehicles to the river with a bunch of bums.
They weren't bums.
Had a mangy mutt with her, but he got away.
Oh, poor pumpkin. Out in the freezing cold with nothing but this thin sweater on. I hope you didn't catch influenza. Thank you so much again, officer.
All in the line of duty. And you, don't let me ever hear that you run away from this nice lady ever again.
Of course, officer. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, officer. The next time you walk out that door, it'll be 1953. Well, are you glad to be back? Huh?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar! What's the one thing I always taught you? Never tell a lie! Hello?
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Good afternoon.
I'm Grace Farrell, Private Secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
Oliver Warbucks? The Oliver Warbucks? The millionaire?
Mr. Roberts has decided to invite an orphan to spend the Christmas holidays at his home.
And what sort of orphan does he have in mind?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi. Mississippi. Capital M-I, double S-I, double S-I, double P-I. Mississippi.
And cheerful.
Shut up. And how old?
Oh, age doesn't really matter. I'll say 8 or 9. 10? 11. Yes, 11 would be perfect. Oh, and I almost forgot. Mr. Warbucks prefers redheaded children.
11, a redhead? Sorry, we don't have any orphans like that here.
What about this child right here?
No. You don't want Annie. You can have any orphan here. Just not Annie.
Well, perhaps I should call the Board of Orphans.
Annie you want? It's Annie you get.
It's Annie I want.
Oh, boy!
If you'll bring her coat, I'll take her right along.
She don't have no coat.
Then we'll just have to buy her one.
Oh, boy! I can hardly believe it!
Come along, Annie. Mr. Warbucks' limousine is waiting outside.
She can hardly believe it.
Hey, kids! I'm getting out for Christmas. I'll write to ya, I promise. Bye!
Good afternoon, Drake.
Good afternoon, Miss Farrell.
Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon, Miss.
Did Mr. Warbucks arrive yet?
No, Miss. We're expecting him any minute.
Do you really live here? Or is this a train station?
We really live here. Now, would you all please come here for a moment? This is Annie. She'll be the orphans with us for Christmas. Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, Annie. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, I think your coat, Miss.
Will I get it back?
Of course, dear. What would you like to do first?
The floors. I'll scrub them first. Then I might get to the windows.
You won't have to do any cleaning while you're here. You're our guest. And for the next 2 weeks, you are going to have a piece of bread. Now, Cecile will dig out all your clothes. These are best clothes. Come on, baby. Your breath is down like Mrs. Reed. No bubbles like this. And that comes in to make your bed. Cecile, no, it's time she's second.
I think I'm gonna like it.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome home, Mr. Warbucks.
It's good to be back.
How was your flight from Chicago, sir?
Oh, it wasn't bad. Only took 11 hours. Great.
Yes, sir?
Please tell me. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Fine, fine. Drake, this is the staff. Good to see you all again.
Oh, sir.
Yes. And Grace, if you got your notebook, who is that?
This is Annie, Mr. Warbucks, the orphan who'll be with us for Christmas.
It's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir. You just said orphan, so I chose a girl.
Annie, huh? Annie what?
I'm just Annie, sir. Mr. Warbucks, I haven't got any last name. I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
Couldn't be happier. And Grace, about the Iron Worship is from Toledo to, what are we supposed to do with this child?
Well, it is your first night here, sir.
Well, I guess we ought to do something special. Have you ever been to a movie?
I've never been to one.
Great. You go to the Roxy, then you get ice cream soda at Rumpelmeer's and have some cab ride around Central Park.
Oh boy!
Grace, forget about the dictation. For tonight, you take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir.
Ah, gee.
What seems to be the matter, Annie?
It's just that I thought you were going to take me.
I'm afraid I'm far too busy for tonight.
Ah, gee.
Well, you know, Annie, I've just been away for 6 weeks, and when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
Oh, sure. I know. That's okay, Mr. Warbucks.
Drake!
Yes, sir.
Get our coats.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna regret this.
You're going to enjoy this so much.
You know I love New York.
Which colony are you walking, sir?
The Duesenberg. No, wait. This child's been cooped up in an orphanage. We'll walk.
Walk to the Roxy?
I mean, I could use the exercise. But why not? It's only 45 blocks.
Yes, sir.
We hope you enjoy your day, sir, and have a good time.
Smell those bus fumes. There's no air like there in New York. Come on, you slowpokes. Let's get to the rocks before the prize is changed.
Yes, sir.
The shiver of Times Square, the pulse,
The beat.
the drive, NYC. You might say that I swear, but wow, I come alive.
radio.
Once again, we bring you the romance of villain trend that sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not. What, is Warbucks tired of Annie already? Well, good afternoon, Miss Hannigan. On the contrary, Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and sent back to the Board of Orphans by no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow. What for? Well, Mr. Warbucks is so taken by Annie that he wants to adopt her. Annie? The daughter of a millionaire? The daughter of a billionaire, yes. Would you excuse me for one moment, please? Thank you. Just a moment. Got any more wonderful news? Merry Christmas, Miss Hannigan. Merry Christmas.
Oops, pardon me, Blondie. Hiya, sis. Long time no see.
Rooster, they finally let you out of prison? What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer said I swindled him out of $1,100.
And why do you say that?
Because the rooster swindled him out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from
Jersey City.
Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
So, who is the blondie I bumped into when I came in? She looked like she got a couple of bucks.
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Annie, one of the orphans from here, is getting adopted by him.
Crummy orphan.
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury while the two Hannigan kids ended up in the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4 while she gets $4.
The little brat. It ain't fair this year. Life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat. To get in more bucks.
Instead of less. Maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does that put us?
Give you one guess.
Yes!
Yes, I understand, Mr. President. No, I'm not asking for your help. I'm telling you this is something you have to do. Okay, we'll talk about it on Friday. You know what, Mr. President? Why don't we bury the hatchet and you and Mrs. Roosevelt come here to supper Christmas Eve? You will? Wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. President. Reese, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
The package from Tiffany's?
Arrived this morning.
I'm gonna give it to her. Tell her that I want to adopt her.
She's gonna be the happiest little girl in the world.
Get her down here. man-to-man talk?
You're sending me back to the orphanage, right?
Of course. Annie, I was born into a very poor family. Both of my parents died when I was 10. So I made a promise to myself. One day, some way, somehow, I'd get rich. Very rich.
That was a good idea.
But lately, I've realized something. No matter how much money you have, if you have no one to share with, if you're alone, then you might as well be broke. I was in Tiffany's the other day and I got you something.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed the old broken one he always wears, so I said to myself, I'll get that kid a new nice locket. We'll just take this one.
No, I don't want a new one.
What's the matter, Annie?
And it's just that my mother and father left this when they left me at the orphanage. They're coming back for me. I know I'm really lucky being here with all of you for Christmas. But the one thing in all the world I really want is to find my mother and father and to have folks of my own.
I'll find them. I'll find them for you.
Mr. Warbucks will find your mother and father. If he has to put everyone in his organization on the job, if he has to pull every political string there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House. Annie, give me your locket.
But
I understand. This could be our best chance and our best clue. We'll give it to the FBI, they'll chase it, and we'll find out who bought it.
okay. And maybe they should have my note too.
Yeah, why not? You watch, Annie. You might be your new parents in a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
Finding that losing her, oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everyone will know I'm looking for my folks. Because we're gonna go on the radio and tell them. So make sure you listen, okay?
Thank you, Annie, and welcome to America's favorite radio program, the Oxford Hour Smile, starring your old softie, Bert Healy. Good evening, Oliver Warbucks. Nice of you to drop by.
Good evening, Bert Healy. Yes, nice to be here.
Oliver Warbucks, and I understand I have something to tell the old folks at home about little Annie here.
Yes, Bert Healy, I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I'm offering a certified check for $50,000 to any persons who can prove that they are Annie's parents.
Wow!
So, Annie's parents, listen to them, ride to all 4 bucks care of the station. Thank you, all 4 bucks.
Thank you, Bertie.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another of our Thursday night get-togethers have gone by faster than you can say oxygen. This is your old softie, Mrs. Healy's boy bird, saying, until next week, same time, same station, good night.
Gee, Annie on the radio, coast to coast, she's famous.
Wish I was on the radio.
Me too. Who wants to be on the dumb old radio?
I do. So for all of the AISE-Main family, this is Bernie saying, hey ho man, hey Captain, you both are gonna stop, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes maybe go properly, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile.
What are you doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard. Next thing you know, she'll be in the movies. Now get to bed.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
A $50,000 reward. $50,000. What I couldn't do with $50,000.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah?
Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Yes?
We had terrible troubles back then, and we had to leave our baby on the front stoop.
Our little girl, our Annie.
You're Annie's parents? I can hardly believe it. Where did you say you come from again?
We come from a little farm up in Canada, where they've got lots of chickens, geese, and roosters. Caw-caw-caw-caw-caw!
Rooster, I never would have known it was you in 100 years.
Fooled you, Aggie, but now we got a full horde bucks too.
Get ourselves $50,000.
But we need your help, sis, to get details about Annie to pull this whole thing off.
And what's in it for me?
3-way split.
Half.
Half.
Okay, 25 grand each, but we gotta do it quick. Get the money, get the kid, and get out of this town.
The kid's the problem. What would we do with her afterwards?
No problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. For good. We get the money, and we blow this crummy town, and then Mill and Mill meet ya.
Where? Oh yeah. Easy street. Easy street. Annie is the key. Yes, sorry, yeah. Easy street.
Well, Miss Farrell?
Annie, I've spoken to over 1,000 people who claim to be her parents, but they were all liars and fake.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. None of them knew about the locket. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You did your best. Anyway, I guess a kid can get along without folks. You didn't turn out so bad.
Grace, you still have those legal papers from yesterday?
Right here.
Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Yes or no?
Well, if I can't have my real mother and father, there's no one in the world I'd rather have your father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
This is just going to be an adoption. It's going to be a celebration. You can have anyone in the world you want to come to. Who would you like?
Well, I like Miss Farrell here, and Drake, and well, everybody here.
Drake? Yes, sir. Tell the staff to get Spirit up. You're going to be guests at Annie's adoption party. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And the kids.
I'm afraid we way past our bedtime now. But I'll tell you what, we'll have them all here tomorrow for a huge Christmas party.
Okay.
I love you, Annie.
And I love you too, Mr. Warbucks.
Again.
Yesterday was my novel,
But that's
not now.
that's it.
I'm poison now.
I'm rich in my years.
There's nothing on earth that ever divides us.
And if tomorrow I was
I don't need anything, anything, anything. I don't need anything but you.
Excuse us, folks. Shirley, look! There's our Annie!
Who are you? Honey, where are your mom and dad?
Much is the name, Ralph Much, and this here is the wife Shirley.
And you're Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge?
We love you, Annie, but we have to leave you behind.
I mean, we've seen an awful lot of people.
I expect you'll be wanting proof of who we are. This here is the driver's license and Annie's birth certificate.
Baby girl named Aunt Elizabeth Mudge, born to Ralph and Shirley Mudge, New York, New York, October 28, 1922.
October 28th. That's my birthday.
Well, look, Annie's wearing the locket.
When we left Annie at the orphanage, we left half of the silver locket with her, and we get the other half. Yes! It fits perfectly!
Oh, thank God, Ralph. She's our Annie.
Can you guys leave her here for today and tomorrow you can go pick up Annie and the check?
What check, sir?
You haven't heard that I'm offering a $50,000 check to anyone who can prove that they're Annie's parents?
No, I haven't heard. We'd be glad to give you whatever money you want. We don't even want no check. We just want our Annie.
On the other hand, Ralph, remember that little pig farm out in New Jersey? With $50,000, we can afford to pay Annie upright in the country.
Well, Until tomorrow, honey. And then you'll live with us forever.
Bye, Annie. Bye, love. Bye.
Excuse me, Bonnie. Merry Christmas.
Well, this is
Wonderful news.
drink champagne.
Yes.
This celebration, we finally found Annie's new parents.
Of course.
Toast to Annie Munch.
To Annie Munch. And
I've lost Annie.
sorry, I have an awful feeling about that, Mr. Munch, but I've seen it somewhere before.
Then we won't stop. We won't stop until we're certain. I'll go straight to the President of the United States, even if he is a Democrat. Slept all night, dear. The AISE-Main coming and going. And did you know President Roosevelt is here?
Really?
Merry Christmas, Annie.
Merry Christmas, President Roosevelt.
Annie, this morning FBI Director Hoover telephoned me with some very sad news. He succeeded in locating the identity of your parents.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Lodge.
No, honey. David, Margaret, Bennett. Annie?
Annie, your mother and father passed away a very long time ago.
You mean I'm an orphan? After all? It's okay. I know they love me. And they would have come for me if, they were gone.
Well, I love you, Annie Bennett.
And I love you too, Mr. Warbucks. Now, who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
Well, the birth certificate could have easily been forged, but nobody knew about the locket except us.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan's son and the children from the
Orphanage.
Hey, kids!
Hannigan, it's wonderful to meet you.
Same here, and I know you anyways.
This is my assistant, Grace. This is President of the United States, Roosevelt. And this is my butler, Drake.
Look, kids, there's presents here for all of us. Yay!
Mr. Warbucks. And that has just came from you from the FBI.
That would all make sense.
Daddy, the check.
The check.
Certified. 8 to the order of the jig's up.
Yes, the jig is up. Ralph Mudge, also known as
Daniel Francis Hannigan, also known as Brewster Mudge, also known as Danny Dip.
Lewis, turn them out.
Did you find her? Her accomplice.
I never seen these people till yesterday. Come on, Maggie. Hey! Tell her how good and nice I always was to you.
I'm sorry, Miss Hannigan. What's the one thing you always taught us? Never tell a lie.
Brat!
Miss Hannigan is gone for good. Yay!
Yes, kids, for you and perhaps for all of us, this Christmas will be the beginning of a new and wonderful life. A new deal. Hey, I rather like that.
I like it too, Franklin.
A new deal.
A new deal. The sun around tomorrow, they are gonna let tomorrow. There'll be sun just singing about tomorrow. There's always a comfort and sorrow. Till it's done, and I'm stuck with a day that's burning. I'd like to give a few words about the production team. Our choreographer is A. Milton, who helped with all the amazing dances on stage. Our band director, Mr. Jorge Gonzalez. Our vocal director, the great Samantha Takes. Our singing coaches, Ms. Elena Pashova and Tim Patton, they all help to give the good voices all over the stage. Our costume designer, Ms. Kayla Nolan, who created these amazing costumes for the production company. And our publicity manager, Rana Bau, who created across all of the buying all the tickets and publicized the event. Our props coordinator is Laura Royster, who did all our light and sound director, design, David Aldrich. He helped all the mics and all the lights and made this a wonderful set. For the multimedia, Mr. Ahmed Khalil. And the assistant director, Mr. Dennis Cool. Always been giving great points to the rest. And our director, Mr. Holmes Ball. He created the best show AIS has ever seen. Good night, everybody.